another episode of 1923 Main Street.
Home of everything to do with Disney travel in style. We're your hosts.
I am Mike Bello Braddock.
And I'm Amelia Bello Braddock. And today, what to pack and what to wear to Walt Disney World this December 2024.
Yeah, it's that time of year again, the magical month of December. And if you're planning a Disney vacation in December, as we go every December, congratulations to you. We hope you have a great time. So what can you expect from the weather this year? What should you pack for that and more? What should you wear? You know, this is the time of year when the parks, hotels, Disney Springs, everything is filled with Christmas and holiday festive decor. So it's a great time to go.
It's my favorite time, I think.
So let's get into what you need to know for 2024. First of all, I will start by saying it's shaping up to be a pretty good month so far.
Well, I think it's always going to be a good month. But weather-wise, specifically...
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Weather-wise, specifically, it's looking pretty nice. Definitely so far looking nicer than last year.
Yeah, I would say,
or any of you that were there.
December can be unpredictable, an unpredictable time of year. We've sort of seen it all, including last year when we were rained out of a Jollywood Nights party. They canceled the whole party because of a tropical storm in December. That is not normal.
That was not our favorite activity, cannot lie.
But luckily this year, as we look ahead in the long-range forecast, it's looking pretty good. Now, remember, long-range forecast, anything can change, but still, it's giving us an indication of the continuation of that warm trend. If you listen to these episodes we do for each month, it has been generally warmer coming through every month right from the summer, and that looks like it's continuing into December. But that's not the only thing to consider before we get into what to wear. There are special events going on.
Yeah, so if you are going this December, you really want to specify your wardrobe to your special events because there's so many, and a lot of them have not specific dress codes, but different things
Themes.
You can dress up.
They
yeah,
have
exactly.
themes.
So like Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is going to look very different from Jollywood Nights. And if you're bringing both, you probably don't want to rewear that outfit if you're going to both.
Now, could you rewear either one at Disney Springs, which has some very cool interactive Christmas stuff this year that we're looking forward to testing out. So do not miss the Christmas tree crawl and so on at Disney Springs.
I would say it depends how in-depth your Jollywood Nights outfit is.
Yeah, I think you can get away with sort of generic Christmas at Disney Springs.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth getting into the spirit there, though, because they do, too, have a lot of Christmas decor going on.
I like to
food
say,
and drink.
of course, I like to say Mickey's Very Merry is like your Disney decked out, your cheesiest holiday merch. Wear it there. Jollywood Nights, obviously, themed, like vintage, old Hollywood. You can do your hair, cute dresses, everything like that. And then Disney Springs... Yeah, I would say more so like generic Christmas, even like cozy, white, snowy plaid, things like that.
And then those types of things, if you're going to do a hotel crawl, to check out the Grand Floridian or the Contemporary, Polynesian, Wilderness Lodge, Yacht Beach Club, they all have really good Christmas lobbies that are worth a visit.
In that case, it depends what you want on your Christmas photos.
Yeah, there you go.
Those are going to be some, if you take it with the grand tree, even like at Yacht Club with the gingerbread houses and everything, those are actually really nice photos that aren't necessarily super Disney-like. So if you want a special Christmas photo, just be aware of what you're wearing for that.
And then finally, before we get into the weather forecast for you, December is not generally super crowded leading up to Christmas.
Except.
So we tend to go, as we are this year, up until about December 18th. Anytime after that, you get into the
week around Christmas and the week around New Year's. Good luck.
Those are the busiest weeks of the year, typically. Usually the only time when Magic Kingdom will close.
By like what, 11?
Yeah, by 11 in the...
Not even?
We never go then on purpose because I'm not interested in those types of crowds. You get the same Christmas vibe in the third week and second week of December. It's very Christmassy, so that's when we like to go because crowds are pretty good. But we've had friends who've gone at that time, got, halfway up Main Street, literally shoulder to shoulder, as if the fireworks were on, turned around and left. They were given a refund, though, which was nice.
Yeah. Well, I heard that it takes about 5 hours to walk up Main Street.
That's probably an exaggeration, but I would
I'm
say
sure it is, but
it
that's,
feels like 5 hours.
exactly. That's the amount of time you're dealing with. If you are planning to go on Christmas Day, it's probably you want to dress slightly cooler, wear less layers than you think because of the amount of people. It will get extra hot.
Yeah, you're
So
going to
that's
be in
something else to
crowds.
think about.
That's a good point. All right, let's talk about the weather forecast. What you've been waiting for December 2024. And like I said, it's looking good. And not only that, it's looking fairly consistent. There are a couple of days.
Okay,
So
well,
we're gonna,
don't jinx it.
we're gonna we're gonna go through the highs and lows in a second. But those highs and lows, we can almost throw them out like you're marking gymnastics or something. And it's beyond those and what the beginning and the end of the month days. It's pretty consistent the whole month. So what are we looking at for December 2024?
Yeah, I mean, for the daytime, highs and lows range technically from about 55 to 79 Fahrenheit or like 13 to 26 Celsius. And the nighttime lows are only really slightly lower at around 48 Fahrenheit or 68 Fahrenheit at the very lowest. So that's still pretty warm.
Yeah, now as I mentioned, if you throw out those highs and lows, then you're looking at daily highs that are averaging in the low to mid 70s and average nightly lows in the mid 60s.
Which I would say is quite nice.
That is fantastic park weather. If this holds for us and for you, I am definitely shorts and t-shirts the whole time, day and
Okay,
night.
well, I wouldn't go quite that far, but
Yeah, are you kidding? 70s? That's even 65? I might,
Well-
I don't know if I'll wear a jacket at night. That's when the wind comes in. So bring a light jacket.
I mean, it's interesting because, technically if it was the summer and you told me those temperatures, yeah, for sure, I'd be in shorts and t-shirt, but I want to wear my Christmas sweater. So I'm going to wear my Christmas sweater.
Well, at night you should be okay, right? It's that sort of how much you're gonna
That's
be
true.
cold.
It also does get, cooler at night if you're going to the parties. A lot of them are at night. So that being said, I'm pretty sure my Jollywood Nights dress is short sleeve. So I
There
guess
you
I'm
go.
just wearing whatever I want to wear and I'll deal with it.
And then on the weather part, right now, knock on wood, listen.
Yeah.
There we go. It's not looking like there's very much rain, if any, at all for the month. Of course, we know Florida, caveat, as always, can change on a dime. But at least it's a good sign that if it does come, it'll probably come on our Jollywood Nights second attempt. But let's not jinx that. All right, what should you pack and what should you wear? So for me personally, like I said, shorts and t-shirts or any of the top 5 we mentioned last. If you did not listen to our last episode, I'm going to put a link to it in the post. Go back and listen because I think pretty much any of those top 5 are worthy.
Well, that's what I feel like is nice about this weather. It's not so cold to the point that you have to wear
Yes,
You
there
know,
are Christmas, and we've
like,
been there when it's 40s and
long
50s.
sleeves or even jackets. Like, I don't think you need a jacket at all unless you're like very much on the cold side of things.
If anything, a very light squall, like I have a very
Yeah.
light, thin jacket.
But I think you can. So it's very much like, what do you want to wear? What do you want in your photos? What's going to look cute with, snow on Main Street or the Jollywood parties or the Disney Springs or hotel photo ops, and go based on that, which I think is nice because then you get to decide and you're not going to feel, super hot or cold one way or another.
Did you see those pictures of Disneyland Paris with the snow? We talk about snow
Yes,
falling
I
on Main
did.
Street. That was truly magical. I wish, that would ever happen in Florida. I know Floridians don't,
Yeah,
but who knows with climate
I
change?
think that's actually going to be quite a severe climate change warning if snow falls in Florida.
It has, but not like it just did in that Disneyland Paris. I
Yeah.
don't think. I can't remember. But
I will be quite concerned
certainly not frequently.
if that ever comes to fruition. However, the lights on the castle that are made to look like snow, those can come back. Cough, cough,
Yeah,
Disney.
a lot of people miss those shimmering lights.
I miss the shimmering lights.
And, the other thing they took away, this is all because of the projections. They also took away, they used to have the
Is that why?
wreaths across Main Street because they block the view now. Because everything now at Disney is about these projection shows. I'm not a fan. I still miss Wishes. It didn't need any of these bells and whistles to be a heartfelt show.
I like Happily, but I don't understand why they can't just turn the gems off and do the regular projections.
Because, well, they
I
can't.
fail to understand why they cannot have the sparkling
because
on the
they need a
castle.
flatter surface for them
No,
to,
they
to look good.
Don't.
Anyway,
That's
we're not
my
alone.
personal
I know that.
opinion.
A lot of people wish those would come back. Anyway, What else are we going to pack? So if you love dressing up for Christmas, if you're not going to a party, you can take away some of the even risk need to pack something in case in terms of a jacket. Because if you're not going to be outside at night for a party or walking around Disney Springs after dark or any prolonged time outdoors at night, then you can really cut back on that kind of stuff.
I think if you're going in December, I would have at least one. I mean, you probably will anyway. If you're not, have at least one like special, cute-ish Christmas outfit for you, your kids. Just like go take some photos, even at the hotels. It's really nice. It's really magical, especially if your kids are little. It's just, I don't know. It's a nice place.
And it can be Disney Christmas, subtle Disney, or not Disney at all, just Christmas, right? It all works. It's fun to get into the vibe when everybody's wearing a little something. Other guests like it. Cast members love it. So at least pack something. And like we said, or it could even be your buffalo plaid, right? Just something that is seasonal.
I just feel like everyone, at least everyone that I know, all of the Christmas traditions that we like are based on what you're exposed to when you're little. And that's how you decide like what you want to do later on. And so if you're bringing your little kids, just be aware of that. Just remember that I'm sure you're making very important memories, but I just love going in December. So just make sure you're aware of that when you're taking pictures because you're probably going to look back on them and they're probably going to look back on them.
Yes, perfect. And there you go. On that note, we'll close it out for this week. So have a great week. Thank you as always. Follow along on social media at 1923 Main Street. Visit the shop at 1923mainstreet.com. We will see you again next week and have a magical day.
Bye-bye.